Good morning, Dr. Amy. Scott Walker here with Impact Latent SEO. We didn't officially meet at Growth Club, but I'm making this video because Tom said you are looking to increase your online presence. So for starters, I go over your website and then your Google Business Profile and then also Google Ads. So first off, I really like how your website looks. I think it's very appealing. But one thing that I really would recommend for your website is to have more content. Now, the reason I say that, and also maybe a little bit better call to actions. Fill the form, submit, like those are just very basic ones. But on top of that, the content that I'm talking about is you want to be found for buyer intent keywords. For me, that usually indicates a location and a service. So, like physical therapy Tempe or Tempe physical therapists, like those are good buyer intent keywords. The other thing that you want to do is if you save your images correctly, instead of it saying the whole thing, it could just be one keyword like Tempe Rehab or something like that. But yeah, if you do that, that counts as content because it's embedded behind the photo for you. I do use a tool called Ahrefs to show me your analytics and where you're setting. The DR and UR is the strength and trust that Google has for your website. These are on a scale of 100, and you want those continuously moving up while balanced. You're currently at 2 and 6 due to your referring pages and domains. And what those are backlinks, and what a backlink is when one website links to another website via clickable button or text. But not all backlinks are created equal, so you do want to stay relevant to your industry and location whenever possible. And it looks like you're being indexed for 45 keywords, excuse me, and you're getting roughly 36 people to your website each and every month. If we take a look at some of those keywords that we're looking at, the name of the company, sorry if I'm butchering it, I want to say Nikao Performance and Rehab. That's awesome that you're number one for it and there's 80 searches a month, but that's the majority of the traffic coming to your website. I get that the phone posture, looking at a phone, stare at a phone, like those all have lots of different searches, but like the ones that I count as buyer intent are like physical therapy Tempe. There's 150 searches a month. But you're on the bottom of the second page of Google, so you don't really get too many people going to your website there. But those are the types of buyer intent keywords that I'm talking about. So I just did a quick search of physical therapy Tempe. Usually right up top, there are ads that pop up. To have a good click-through rate on those, you want to have as much of this keyword in the ad as possible. When I say that, like if yours says physical therapy Tempe, but someone else just says physical therapy, you will probably have a better click-through rate if you're operating in Tempe like you are. The other way, and then once you have a good click-through rate, you want to have a good conversion rate on the website or the landing page. So you want like a click-to-call number, form submit, what you do, where you do it, if you're running any promotions. And then the background imagery should correlate to the keyword. So like physical therapist, you want physical therapy, you want a physical therapist in the background. If it's some sort of strange modality that, like lymphatic drainage massage, just for example, you want that in the background as well, because then as soon as they land on the page, they know they're in the right place. And to kind of give you an idea of searches, this is just Tempe, Arizona. There's about 1,000 searches a month just for physical therapy. And then, there are some other ones down here, dry needling, doctor of physical therapy, things like that. But this is kind of how I would go for the Google Ads, physical therapy. It's anywhere from $4 to $11 per click, and I try and get a 20% conversion rate, so 1 in 5 clicks turn into a lead for you. So that's kind of just a little basic for you, just to see for the Google Ads side of things. But then we move down into the Google Business Profile, and it's okay that you're not here. There's lots of ways to get here. The biggest one being getting reviews. The next one is making sure that your name, address, and phone number are the exact same across the internet so you don't mislead Google. And then adding your name, address, and phone number into different directories like yellowpages.com is really beneficial because Google acts like a popularity contest, and by giving out your information to as many people as possible, they'll start to trust you more. And that's not just in your local area, but in your surrounding areas as well. And if you have a good presence already, if you are using Go High Level with Tom or any of the other coaches, I have a really cool review campaign that just sends out texts and emails to all your clients asking for reviews if you don't have as many reviews as these guys up here. And then Google, your website, or excuse me, your Google Business Profile and ads account for about 70% of searches. And then we move down into the organic section or your website. So it looks like Revive PT and Wellness.com is kind of your number one competitor. I don't like this. It's too busy up top, but they do have video content on here. They don't have very much content on here. They just have lots of pictures. So when you start to outrank these guys by having more content, better buyer intent keywords, those authoritative backlinks and citations, you could start to outrank them. And this is just for physical therapy. But right here, there's 1, 2, 3 right here for almost 200 searches per month that have physical therapy Tempe in the search term. So when you start to outrank those competitors, a percentage of these monthly volumes will start going to your website instead of your competition. And then a percentage of the people going to your website will either give you a call, form submit, and depending on your closing rate, will turn into a customer for you. So Dr. Amy, I hope that this is beneficial for you. I look forward to talking to you more. After you watch this video, let's set up a discovery call to see if we'd be a good fit to work together. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.